Tech Perfect Cell. So this is a unit where it's gonna be hard for me to talk about this unit because for the research I did on this unit, I didn't get enough out of that research. All I got was a bunch of just janky team builds along with a bunch of just videos that didn't really help towards the cause for Tech Perfect Cell. They were just like Tech Perfect Cell videos, for example. It's like going up against Red Zone Broly, going up against Cell Max. Like, who cares? That's not the type of videos I was looking for. I was trying to look for on YouTube videos back in like 2015. If people did videos on Dokkan in 2015, which I'm pretty damn sure people did, it's like I couldn't find those specific videos I wanted to find on Tech Perfect Cell. So I'm gonna go ahead and run off the dome on what I believe this unit did back in 2015 and for 2016 in global. I'm going to more so talk about global for 2016 because for 2016 that's when more of the powerful units come out to help out this sort of monotype meta anyways. And for this guy, I do remember talking to my friend on Discord. Shout out my dog Yeet, by the way. Yeet, if you are watching, salute to Yeet. I'm just saying, that's my guy since day one. So I was talking to my guy Yeet, and we was sort of talking about some sort of like old school like 2015 team builds with like people using SRs, lowering defense, like stuns, and like all this sort of crazy stuff. I definitely think that back in 2015, the team building was of super creative. It's like you had to have your designated this, you had to have your designated that, you had to have your unit doing your damage, your defense. It's like, it doesn't really feel like that today. It's just like defense, and maybe your support type unit here and there. But I'm just going to sort of give that disclaimer at the beginning of the video like I've already did just now, that I do not know a lot about this unit. So if I am wrong about anything I am talking about, please correct me down below. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Dev, back with another one of these Dokkan battle videos. Today we're going to talk about Tech Perfect Cell. Disclaimer: I do not know a lot about this unit. I am going to be going ahead and going off of like little tidbits I learned from Google and YouTube. Please bear with me. I have 2015, 2016 players down below that watch me. I'm pretty sure all this, like, please help me out if I am incorrect. So, Tech Perfect Cell. This is a unit that came out during the monotype meta slash Dokkan event meta because he is a November 1st of 2015 unit. So he is one of the first Dokkan Fest in Dokkan, right? Because he's from 2015. So this guy being a old 3 key and 3000 attack leader to Tech should just show his age, right? He's just a regular old school Dokkan Fest that is a nuker. And I do remember hearing that this guy, inside the right circumstances back then, could one-shot Dokkan events. Listen, I'm going off of what I've heard, okay? And I'm just gonna go ahead and implement that into the video so it does count as some sort of evidence that I have found when talking to people about original slash OG units on Dokkan, such as this Tech Perfect Cell. One thing I do want to point out is the fact that his card art, like, if you look at his card art closely, you see like a little purple, like weird purple electric. It doesn't fully fill out the card. That's so weird that they did that for like some 2015 units. This is one of those units where I noticed it and I was just like, wow, that is definitely a little weird. I just noticed that. It's like, look at that. It's like the electric doesn't even hit the bottom of the little portrait fully. So how does this guy perform during his specific meta back in 2015 for JP? I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I do not know, but I'm going to go ahead and make the assumption that for the SR units he had around him, such as this guy, let me go ahead and go to, what's the fastest way I can get to him? So we can go to, let's go to Sworn Enemies. Let's go over to LR Full Power Frieza. Let's go to Pandemic Saga. And I believe he had this guy. He is right over, where is he? He's an SR unit. He had this guy, this SR Goldo. Shout out my guy Yeet. Listen, Yeet, it's like he's also a 2015 unit, and I do remember hearing, it's like I'm gonna be using that word a lot, hearing, like, assuming, assumptions. It's gonna be a lot of assumptions this video because I'm going off of what I heard. This guy was used on a team with the Tech Perfect Cell. Listen, if anyone has a sort of team build that was like used at the time, I'm gonna go ahead and pin it It's like, I will pin your comment. Please let me know what kind of team builds were used for 2015 specifically, because in 2016 it's like this guy does get some, it's like, options. He does get Tech Golden Frieza as like a linking partner, because I'm pretty sure they both share revival for 2016. So we're talking strictly about 2015. He does have this Goldo, I guess, because Goldo briefly, yeah, I know I just used the word, briefly lowers all enemies' defense to 0 upon being attacked. That is interesting. So you would force this guy to get hit, then all enemies' attack would be lowered to 0, and then this guy would come in and kill the enemy off. Yo, I really want to see some 2015 gameplay. I really, really do. It's like, wow. It's like, because I know the team builds. I know for 2015 that there was much more. You had to have more thought. You had to have more thought into building your teams, because it's not like today where it's just like, it's just diverse. It's like, oh, you drop your attack, your damage dealer / defensive type unit, defensive, and then support type unit in third slot. Boom, you go ahead and beat the event and just keep it pushing. It's not like that. That's why I really like these old school units, because for a unit like this, it's like every unit back then had a role. It's not like a unit today doesn't have a role, but it's super interesting. I just think, me personally, I think that 2015 team building is way more interesting than what today's team building is today. It's like today, your category leader, your defensive unit. Again, I've already repeated it so many times. You guys get exactly what I'm trying to go for. So I'm going to go ahead and go off assumption and say that this guy did quite well for the 2015 meta for that leader skill / Dokkan event sort of meta. Now, how would this guy perform after his EZA? Actually, let me go ahead and backtrack, right? Let me go ahead and backtrack just a little bit for 2016 on Global, because that's where he gets more of his just better buffs. Like, he comes out March 11th of 2016 on Global, pre-EZA, of course. And we go ahead and go on over to Fierce Battle, right? Let's take a look at some of the Fierce Battle units that this guy does get for 2016, right? We just go ahead and load this. So first things first, we go ahead and get Tech Golden Frieza, which is definitely something that is really, really nice, because he does share revival with Tech Golden Frieza. And another unit that we do get for Tech is this Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. But the thing is why would you want to run Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks on a team with Perfect Cell if you can go ahead and just run him on a team with STR Gogeta, who was the best unit in the game during that specific year? It's like, of course, for Global, he does actually... Wait, no, he is out at the time, yeah? For both Global and JP, yeah. STR Gogeta's already out by the time this guy's out. So yeah, no, he comes out after. He comes out after Super Gogeta. So yeah, like, what would be the point of you running this guy with this guy if he's on a better team? It's like, he does technically do get better options, but still, it's like a weird just like revolving door with this guy. It's weird, okay? It's complicated. If I have any OG players down below to help me, I definitely do encourage you guys to comment. I will be reading the comments, of course, as I typically do. Trust me, I will go ahead and pin your comment for anyone who like sort of creates a little team build for 2015 for me, because I really do need that sort of, like player to show me how those teams were built at that specific time. So let's go and talk about how this guy performs during the 2018 meta, right? That being the time where he does get ZZA. You know what the funny thing is about him? Is that he goes from a OG leader into a... this is a God lead, right? Yeah, he turns into a God leader. Because God leaders are 3 key and 70% across the board, right? That's what Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks has, if I'm not incorrect. So, yes, he does get an EZA. He gains 10%... he recovers 10% HP on super attack and does immense, which is definitely pretty cool for 2018. And he goes from 12% attack defense per key spear obtained up to 15% attack defense per key spear obtained. I'm talking really fast. And he also gains a key per key spear obtained with every rainbow orb obtained. So this is the Super Battle Road meta. Yes, because this was 2018. And something about this meta that I do want to go ahead and talk about is the fact that this guy doesn't have too many categories back in 2018 when he does EZA. It's like, he does have Resurrected Warriors with in Angel Golden Frieza at the time, because he was the only leader skill to this back for 2017. Yeah, he does come out that year. And for Full Power, when does Full Power get their first lead? I'm pretty sure it is you. And you're 2018, right? You are 2018, and then you come out. I like how this guy comes out later on in the year, just completely hard replaces him as the full power leader. Yeah, those are some good times. So this guy at the time only has, and let me see when androids gets their leader skill. Their first leader skill was obviously not you. You are 2019, I believe. You don't come out. No, not you. Let me double check, because you two come out on the same day, right? Yeah, you two literally come out on the same day. So this guy does. So yeah, his EZA on JP is June 7th of 2018, and you come out in July. So yeah, at the time of his EZA for JP, I'm just gonna go ahead and go off of JP. He only has Resurrected Warriors and Full Power, and he doesn't get the Androids leader skill until July 31st. Yeah. Okay. I mean, he does technically only have like 3 leaders. It's like he's only on 3 category teams back in 2018. That is something that is really that's something. I'm just gonna say that is something. It's crazy he only has 3 category teams at the time. How would he perform for Super Battle Road? I would probably say he performed well, because, I mean, recovering HP, Keeper Keysphere obtained with, Keeper Keysphere obtained right here from Rainbow Keyspears, and 15% attack defense per Keysphere obtained is definitely pretty good. But what does Resurrected Warriors have in terms of orb changers? I want to go ahead and take a quick look. Let me close all these guys out, because obviously going to go ahead and run double in Angel Golden Frieza. And for orb changers, I know I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to overlook one. I know I am. It's like, what rainbow orb changers do we have? It's like I'm pretty sure you rainbow orb change. You're an AGL orb changer. It's like, I mean, but don't you? Nah, we're just going to skip over you two guys real quick. What feasible orb change did we have back in 2018, right? I don't know. But for the time's sake of this video, if someone does know, please, if you want to comment down below, please go ahead and do so. It's like, for orb changer, for rainbow orbs, this guy can definitely super attack much more easier, and he does need key spears. Now, yes, I do think he performed well during the Super Battle Road meta, because he was a powerful nuking option that gained one keeper rainbow key spear obtained, so he could super attack much more easier and gain HP on super attack, which I still think is a good ability to this day. And at the time, of course, he only had 2 categories upon release, because he doesn't get transformation boost till like, what's that? That's like 2020? He comes out in 2020, right? No, yeah, he comes out 2020 on global, 2019 for JP on Halloween. So yeah, he doesn't get transformation boost till 2019. So yeah, he's only on quite literally 2 category teams on JP when he releases, then like 3 on global. Yeah, wait, hold on. Let me double check something real fast. When does global get the Android 21 and Android 17? They get him October 4th. So yeah, he's on 3 category teams on global. So at the time, yes, I think this guy performs well for Super Battle Road. I'm going way too in depth. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. I hate, it's like, I don't want to go way too in depth. It's like, I know people appreciate it, but I don't want the video to push on for way too long. I noticed that over the times, like, my videos have just been getting longer and longer. So how does this guy perform in today's Red Zone Cell Max 200% leader skill meta? Clearly, you're not going to go ahead and use him inside Red Zone or Cell Max, because this guy doesn't start with attack or defense. He is literally just a nuker with Rainbow Keyspear obtained. Rainbow Keyspear per Keysphere obtained. That is a tongue twister. Now, he does gain HP on super attack, which is cool, but, I mean, for today's meta, hell no. Can we just be completely honest? No. And how many 200% leader skills is this guy on? Let's go ahead and let's check that out, right? So Resurrected Warriors does not have any sort of 200% leader skills. Yeah, as you guys can see, no. Full Power is a no. I mean, Full Power does, but like, no, he's not on those 200% leader skills, because he's not on Dragon Ball Heroes or crossover or whatever. Androids, he is on the AGL Cell, Android Cell Saga 200% leader skill, because he is on Android Cell Saga, and he is on Android, so clearly he's on AGL Cell's 200% leader skill. For LR, Final Form Cooler's Transformation Boost team, he is not on Terrifying Conquerors, and he is not on Movie Bosses, so he is not on that Transformation Boost 200% leader skill. Time Travelers, he's not crossover or whatever, so I mean, we can go ahead and just get that about the way. Time Travelers could definitely get a real 200% leader skill, because this guy is the only one, but it's like, dude, he's not crossover, so it's like, let's take a quick look at Time Travelers. No. No, look at this category, no. It's like, come on now, let's keep it 100, all right? So for, oh, my page is blued out. Okay. So Artificial Life Forms, I mean, he is on, what's he on? Is he on Gamma 1 or Gamma 2's 200% leader skill? because he is on Battle of Fate, right? Yeah, he's on Battle of no, Accelerated Battle. I completely confused that. So he's on Accelerated Battle. So I mean, he's on Gamma 1's 200% leader skill, and he's also on Gamma 2's 200% leader skill, right? Yeah, because he's androids and he's Accelerated Battle. So he's on Gamma 1 and Gamma 2's 200% leader skill, which is definitely really, really nice. And for Androsat Cell Stock, I mean, obviously we got AGL Cell. Kamehameha, he is not on Power Beyond Super Saiyan. He's not on Movie Heroes. He's not on Fuse Fighter, and he's not on GT Heroes, so clearly no. It's like for Kamehameha, he does have the 180% across the board with this guy, but that's not 200% leader skills. If you're only talking about 200% leader skills, Revenge is a no. Miraculous Awakening is a hell no. Planetary Destruction, no. Sworn Enemies, no. Accelerated Battle, we already got these two guys here. And for Worldwide Chaos, no. And Battle of Fate, this guy is not on Bond of Parent Child or Future Saga. So he is on 3 200% leader skills, is definitely cool, but how likely are you to run him on these two guys' 200% leader skills? Not highly likely. And for this guy, you're more likely to do in this guy because he wants to be around extreme class enemies anyways. And some of his best linking partners is this guy right here, and this guy is one of the best just characters in the game. I love his Easy 8 a lot. It's like, if you guys want my opinion on his Easy 8, I really, really like this guy's Easy 8. I do. I mean, biasly, I'm a Cell fan, and crazy enough, him after his Easy 8 post-transformation is ridiculous. So, going on back over to the Cell, what is good about this guy? What's good about this guy at the time was the fact that he was one of the earliest nukers in the game, which is definitely nice. His links that he does have big bad bosses, but obviously was HP restricted at the time, but he didn't really have the linking partners to get it done with. I just feel like that was the only really good thing about him at the time, is the fact that he was a damage dealer during a damage sort of meta, and he also had a leader skill that this leader skill cannot be replaced when it comes to history. This is history right here, guys. It's like he has a historic leader skill, and he is a nuker, like one of the first nukers in the game. What can we say? And after his Easy, I mean, recovering HP on Super is definitely really nice, and he gains Keeper Key Sphere Obtained with his Rainbow Key Spears, and he's a nuker. On top of that, still he gains additional 3% attack and defense after he Easy, which is definitely really nice. He turns from a OG leader into a god leader too, which is cool, I guess. And also, he has Big Bad Bosses, like Big Bad Boss. His link says actually okay, right? It's like Revival and Big Bad Boss definitely get the job done. If he did not have Revival, he would probably be a little bit more iffy, but hey, how many? It's like he shares 6 links with this guy in today's meta. 80% attack, 40% defense, 4 key, and 8% HP recovery. But how likely are you going to run him right next to this guy, right? And you know what's interesting about this rotation is the fact that that Cell, right? That int Cell is a orb changer. No? It's like... Guys, he's an orb changer post Easy 8, yes. Yeah, he changes. He's an orb changer, yes sir. He could literally support this guy right here. I'm just saying. Now, what is bad about this guy is the fact that he does not start off any sort of attack and defense. He doesn't get defense on Super, and it's pretty much the usual when it comes to some of these old units. But I don't think there really is much more to talk about this guy. This guy is just a historic, old school 3000 attack, 3 key to tech leader skill. That's a nuker. So I think that is really about it. I appreciate you guys watching. You guys are the best. Thank you guys for all the support. I see all the beautiful just comments. It's overwhelming. I really, really appreciate you guys. You guys are the greatest. You know that? You guys are the greatest. You're watching BH Dev. You're the greatest. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.